Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to the collective. Now, for years, during the month of November, I hosted a masterclass called Just Pass the Cornbread. And it was curated specifically for those women who get anxious when it's time to go home for the holiday. Maybe it's strained family relationships. Maybe it's because you know that you are going to be ambushed with a laundry list of questions that you don't want to answer about your marital status or when you're going to have a baby or what's going on with your quote problem child or your weight or whatever it is. You simply did not want to be a part of that process. Now, I get it. It's family, and lots of people say that home is where the heart is, but I know firsthand that home, for lots of us, is where the trauma began. It's where the bullying and self doubt first started. And as adults, we get to remember that we get to decide how we're going to participate, how long we're going to stay, and what that looks like for us. So grab a pen, tag a friend. I'm not hosting a masterclass this year, but I still feel like it's important to show up and equip you with some skills to help make sure you stay emotionally safe while you're going home for the holiday. So let's get into it. First things first, as I said, we get to decide, and that means you always have a choice. You always have a choice. I don't know about y'all, but we're super fancy. So we get like this letter that tells us when dinner starts. Maybe it was a text message for you. And you know good and well that even though that text says at 2 p.m. dinner will be served, at 3:30, your granny, your auntie, your mama gonna be pulling the rolls out of the oven and say, oh, we're just waiting on you, daddy, to get the ice. And so you have to sit in that dynamic of comparison or questions for that strained relationship for all of those hours. Or so you think. No. Decide when you're showing up. Decide what time you're leaving. Decide what kind of conversations that you're willing to have. Decide what will my level of participation be this year. When someone asks you when you're having a baby, you can say, I really don't want to discuss that. I haven't given any thought to that. If we're going to keep having conversations about my weight, I'm going to go sit with somebody else. I'm not going to keep coming home if every single time I'm here, you're going to ask me when I'm getting married. You get to set that boundary. And I get it. It is super scary. And lots of us think it's disrespectful or it's going to cause some sort of turmoil. So I want you to question yourself. Are you going to answer the questions and you host this turmoil solely? Or are you going to state, hey, this is the expectation. This is what I will and will not do. And that's that on that. Now, let me be clear. If you're going to set a boundary and say that, hey, I'm leaving at 6, that means at 5:55, you got to get your slides back on. That means that when someone does something after you say no, you get up and you take the action. Boundaries are useless if you don't enforce them. So that's on you. If you need help with that, just drop coach down below. We can get together. We can talk through. I've got $15 strategy calls. Do not miss that. Okay. Cool. So, number two, I want you to remember that you are only responsible for you. So, say it is a strained relationship. Say that when you go home, you catch yourself falling back into that pattern of people pleasing and enabling and overperforming and trying to be perfect. You're only responsible for you. If you decide that you're not going to go back and forth with your sister, brother, cousin, auntie, whoever it is that's antagonistic, then when they start up, you get to bring it down. If their brother or your sister has a drinking problem and you see they're having one too many, once you've said, hey, yo, I'm going to call you an Uber, somebody should probably take your keys, you're done. Don't police people. Don't parent people. And I don't say this to say we don't care. I say that we remain responsible for what we can control. That's how you take your power back. Moving on. Number 3, you're only in competition with you. And it makes me get glassy eyed because I can't tell y'all how many years I went home and I felt uneasy because I was a single mom. I was the one who had the divorce. I was the one that the marriage proposal hasn't come through. I was the one where the wedding fell apart. I was the one where I hadn't quite gotten the job that I wanted and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. And my master's degree took me forever. And I was consistently looking around at all of these people that were wildly successful and they look so happy and it I can't say it was ever verbatimly said, but I had this feeling of, you think you're better. And I know for some of y'all, it's blowing your minds because I'm the good girl. I'm the college girl. But I want y'all to know that even I experienced those things. The moment that I realized that I was only in competition with the Kayla that I was yesterday, the Kayla that I was last week, last month, last year, the game changed. Because what an excellent experience for you. I am so happy that you have that house. I am so happy that y'all are expecting another baby. No way. A wedding proposal. That is amazing. And while I get that emptiness, I get that yearning for more in your own life. Once you recognize that I'm on my own path, I'm in my own race, like I'm doing my own thing, it cannot bring you down. So great for them. Now let's go me. Reevaluate everything. So what, your sister has a corner office? So what, your brother just got a promotion? So what, your cousin just brought her third vacation home? That has nothing to do with who you are, what you can accomplish, and what's possible for you. Stay in the now and stay in your own lane. So these three things have been monumental in the way that I view going home for the holiday, in the way that I receive comments made to me, in the way that I process them. Because most of the time, people aren't picking you apart, they're deflecting. They are trying to find ways that you can fulfill what they want for you, or so that you can fulfill things that they never got for themselves. You are only your responsibility. It's not your job to make their dreams or expectations come true. So I love you. I empathize with you. If you are feeling anxious, if you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling scared about going home, and I'm here. I have so many ways that you can get plugged in, even during the holiday. I have pocket coaching. So if you're not able to hop on a call, I do have access available via Telegram. So voice text, you can text me, I will respond to you. Like, there's so many ways. If you need somebody to wade with you through this holiday season, drop coach below and I'll tell you the best way for you to get connected. I love you. Have an excellent holiday on purpose, and we'll chat soon. Bye.